I apologize. My mic was on mute this whole time. That's the thing about being live. So anyways, not that you can hear me. What I was saying was that tonight's show is scheduled, while we're here, is going to be postponed until tomorrow night. Since Mr. JP333 had some unexpected stuff come up there to take care of. And other than that, I'm going to be changing around a few things here. Anyways, once again, this is Ricky, the Chronicler. I do apologize for not being vocal. Hopefully you can hear me now. Anyway, so tonight's going to be an open mic kind of night. I'm going to leave it up to you guys, the audience. If you want to discuss a certain thing, drop a comment, let me know. We'll go from there. Tonight it's just going to be me. And we are trying to get our views up. I'm trying to get our subscriptions levels up. So if you're watching this, don't forget to subscribe, give us a like, and leave some comments. That way the YouTube algorithm will put the video out so more people can find these videos and help us grow. In the meantime, let's discuss the veil, or what I call the veil. And that's what separates reality from reality. If you do believe in the multiverse, each reality is separated by this veil that we can't see or perceive all the time. Although I think there are certain conditions where you can. And I do believe there are places around the world where this veil is thinner and allows things to cross over from one to another or bleed through, so to speak. Bigfoot might be such an encounter if they exist in a reality so close to this one. But from time to time, they're able to slip through that veil, and that's when they're seen. Or maybe that's why the pictures are blurry. They're taking a picture through the veil, and it's causing a filter. Think about it. So maybe the Pacific Northwest, up in that area, maybe the veil's thinner up there. Another place I think the veil is thinner is in Southeast Asia. The reason I say that, because, for example, Thailand, they have creatures and beings that they consider ghosts that I would call a monster. And they got some pretty freaky, creepy stuff over there. One such story that I will share is there's a type of spirit called a hungry ghost in Thailand. And they say certain conditions of how you were in life determine how you were as a spirit. A hungry ghost, I forget the Thai name for it, is said to be very tall as trees, palm trees. And they call them hungry ghosts because even though they're so big, their fingers are the size of banana leaves, but their mouths are as small as a pinhole, so they can't eat, but they're always hungry. That doesn't sound like a ghost to me, nothing I've ever heard of. Let me see if I can find a picture of one here. Hang out for just a moment while I go to old reliable Google. Here we go. Well, I guess that's close enough. Now let's see if I can make it full screen. Bear with me while I let this load. My internet's been kind of wonky, so hopefully I'm not breaking up or being all, what's the word I'm looking for, buffery. If I am, let me know in the comments. I don't want you guys watching gibberish that you can't even see. Yeah, this isn't working. Bear with me, being live is a challenge. And let's do this instead. Okay, here we go, let's do this way. Now let me share my screen. And what you're seeing here is a hungry ghost, or different adaptations of what it would look like. But that doesn't look like a ghost to me, and that's how tall they're supposed to be. Now, I'm going to share a story with you that I was told by my ex-wife at the time. When her uncle was a kid, this is years ago in Thailand, they're out collecting coconuts and it's getting twilight, it's getting dark. Anyway, her uncle comes to this palm tree, and as he's looking up, following the palm tree up, he realizes it's not a palm tree, it's this thing's leg. And he says it's completely naked. And it's just so tall, you know, if you can imagine just the legs the size of a palm tree. He says he makes a gasping noise or something, and it gets this thing's attention. And he says it turns, looks at him, bends over to get a closer look at him. It just makes this weird, odd, groaning, whistling sound. And that's when he takes off and runs. Another such example happened to my ex-mother-in-law when she was a little girl. She woke up one night when something walked in her room, and she described seeing what she describes as half of a body of like a spider or a crab, multiple legs, and the upper torso was more like a man, but it had pinchers like a crab. And she said it walked over to her and started, you know, pinching at her, messing with her, and then it just went away. And the next day when she told her family about it, her sister that sleeps in a different bedroom saw the same thing come into her room at night. I'm thinking these aren't monsters or ghosts, they're interdimensional beings that are somehow crossing over. Alright, so if anybody's watching, do you have any comments about what you wanted to discuss tonight? If not, we'll stick with this veil in reality one, the multiverse one here. Another one, example I have is an old friend of mine. He used to go hunting with his dog at night. And he's an older guy, so he's been doing this all his life. On a property where he knows the land like the back of his hand. And one night he was out there with his dog. It was dark. There was a full moon out. He was walking along on the property when he said it just got dark. And his dog started getting started acting strange, you know, like whimpering or whatever. And as he's walking, he no longer recognizes the terrain he's at. It's completely different than what he thought was the normal terrain that he's been going through his whole life. He said he couldn't see because it was pitch black dark. So him and the dog kept pushing through, and eventually he came back to somewhere where he recognized. Now when he backtracked the other way, that's the way he just came, it was the way he'd always thought. He didn't think it was different. It was just that one time. But I've heard stories like this all the time, where people take the same way to work every day. They go down the street, they see the houses, whatever, and then there's that one time they go down that same street and it's different. They don't recognize where they are. And then when they go back the next day, it's normal. So these are rips in that veil, that fabric between realities that sometimes happens. Let's say the Bermuda Triangle is a such place. The Devil's Triangle. It's all very interesting. Like even aliens, are they simply interdimensional or are they extraterrestrial? Is there a difference? I don't know. But that's just my take on it. It's always interests me, and I wish there was a way we could control it. Maybe we can, I don't know. They just don't tell us how to. I'm no physicist or anything, but if you look at quantum mechanics, you know, they say that even the atom on the smallest level is basically empty space. Anyways, just wanted to do a real quick video tonight, since it's pretty slow. It's like nobody's on right now. Once again, check us out tomorrow night, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 Pacific. Well, Mr. JB333 will be joining me, and we'll be talking about why we're here. We're going to get kind of philosophical on you. In the meantime, show us some support, help us grow. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, please like it. If you're not, let us know in the comments what I can do to improve, other than talking for 5 minutes with the mute turned on. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here since not much is going on. I want to thank you guys again who will maybe watch this later on after it's been posted to the YouTube channel. This is Ricky, the Chronicler, signing out. Until next time, tomorrow night. Later.